Hello dears! Do you want to know all about pugs and not spend much time browsing and scrolling? Would you like to check out whether you know about your pet breed all that responsible owners must know? Or maybe you finally decided about getting a dog but struggling to choose the breed? It might be possible that you have never seen dogs of this breed and want to know more. Whatever the case, you are welcome to our breed overview, where you will get the complete information possible as well as sufficient dopamine dose. In short, we will cover the following areas: shades, tints, and highlights of the pug character and personality, needs in physical and mental activity, social needs, grooming requirements, what home is the best for the pugs, how to keep your pug pet healthy, specifications about feeding raw and kibble. So make yourself comfortable and let's dive into it. Pug character and personality traits. I guess there is no human being on the planet who never laughed at those adorable mimicking face, which pugs are famous for. Yes, those little guys more often than not entertain themselves and their fellow humans by performing as comedian actors. Some say that they even possess what we call British humor, a bit dry one, sarcastic but done in a dignified manner. This humorous side of pugs suggests at least three yet things. They are smart little creatures, they love to be in the center of attention, and they are happy to please their owner. These dogs are also quite observant, curious and loyal, which is why probably they follow their owners everywhere. I mean literally everywhere, even to the loo. Pugs have a vivacious temperament and adore fun and play, tug of war one of their favorite. They are friendly and non-aggressive with everybody, children, other people, animals, and therefore an excellent choice for first-time dog owners. However, pugs would signalize by unobtrusive barking if they hear something unusual, so they also can be good watchdogs. Of course, you must not expect your friend to attack the intruders. Such aggressive actions are not in the pug's nature. It is also rare to have pugs with a high prey drive. Standard pugs mostly fairly friendly to other creatures, even to the cats, but like all dogs, they won't miss the opportunity to chase some toy. Rumor has it that pugs function in two general modes: full stop or jet plane speed. Those full stop moments may take quite a lot of time, up to 14 hours, but I suppose it depends on your pet age and health condition. While in the active mode, these dogs may be a little prankish and show some stubbornness. It is wise to outflank those streaks gently, since pugs are also quite sensitive dogs. Using snacks and treats will make the task much more achievable. It is also known that pugs may be jealous, so if you have more animals, it is sensible to share your attention equally with them. Pugs, as sociable creatures, love company and tend to have separation anxiety, especially if left alone for a long time. Pugs are also remarkable by the whole range of sounds they are able to produce. You may hear them barking, yapping, groaning, gulping, yawning, snoring, reverse sneezing, wheezing, breathing loudly, panting, burping, whimpering, growling, farting, yelping, crying, snorting, even screaming. While some of the noises belong to that lively and unique pug's nature, some may be related to the specific build of the pug's muzzle. More about those problems I will reveal later on in this video, but it is important to see the difference between healthy and not healthy sounds and take an action when needed. Anyway, consult with your vet if you have any doubts about your pet's breathing. Physical and mental activity. Pugs are not athletic dogs. They would be perfectly content with short 20 to 30 minutes daily walks combined with time for play and socialization. As with all dogs, pugs would feel more content and secure with daily routine, so consistency is, as always, the key. Be mindful to not let your pet jump from high places, since it could lead to joint injury. If the weather is extremely hot or cold or windy, it is wise to shorten those walks just to let the dog do its business and do the playtime indoors. By the way, pugs don't fully control their bladder and internals until 6 months of age, so better not delay those walks. It is questionable whether pugs are good at training, but no doubt that they would train their owners few tricks. Seriously speaking, pugs aren't easy to train. The thing is, these dogs aren't that obvious. While being definitely smart, they don't see much sense in a constant command performance unless it is generously rewarded with something delicious or look like an exciting game. But don't you worry, you won't be frustrated with such willful behavior because even their unwillingness to do something may become an adorable performance by itself. Pugs are perfect at showing emotions, and that is their language to communicate with us. Moreover, they may evaluate what works with us better and what is not. This is what cynologists call adaptive intelligence. So, the difficult part in Pugs training is to communicate to them that performing commands is very good for them and always rewarded. The best way to do so is to start early. Puppy training classes will do even better. It is worth noticing that training will be more effective if led by the pug's owner. This breed has a tendency to be loyal to one person and may not pay attention to strangers. Social needs. Pugs are quite a social breed and don't tolerate being alone well. It is normal, though, to leave your adult pug alone for up to 6 hours. Would be ideal if you could arrange a dog walker for midday time or ask a family member. Puppies must be learned to stay alone gradually and only after they are potty trained. It is essential to spend a bit of quality time near your pet each day with some interactive play and training basic commands. Pugs usually enjoy the company of other animals, people and kids, so meeting them could keep their sociable nature fit. Grooming requirements. To keep your few friend clean and fresh, pug needs some grooming. This breed tends to shed a lot and require everyday brushing. You may use for this purpose hound meat or medium bristle brush. A few swipes will do the trick. Along with the brushing, the owner must regularly wipe pug's wrinkles with some wet cloths and finish with the dry one because moisture is a good environment for bacteria. Trim its nails, clean the ears, and brush its teeth. Pugs are susceptible to gum disease. Bathing for pugs could be arranged once a month or even less often. It is wise to accustom your pet gently to the grooming routine from puppyhood, especially if you prefer to visit a grooming salon. Grooming time is also a perfect moment to check on your pug for possible health problems, any unusual smell, coloration, bumps, or parasites, and fix it as soon as possible. The best home for the pugs. Pugs do not require a lot of space, even so they lived for centuries in the royal palaces. These guys prize human attention most of all and tend to be as close as possible to their owners. Therefore, life in a yard or closed in another room could be quite stressful for them. They adjust well to live in a small environment like an apartment and don't need too much room for activity. It is optional how to arrange pugs' personal space or space for sleeping and depend on the owner lifestyle and personal preferences of both owner and the pug. Pug health. Logically, the first step on the way to having a healthy dog is doing some research even before you bring the puppy home, if you want a purebred and healthy pug, that is. First of all, you need to find a responsible and experienced breeder, preferably working exclusively with pugs. Secondly, ask your breeder to show you the test results of one of the parents for pugs encephalitis, degenerative myelopathy, vertebral issues, patellolaxation, and a fresh certificate about veterinary examination. It is important to check how the mother of the puppies is breathing while resting and after some exercises, whether she has good open nostrils and not too protruding eyes. Even better if you can check the same information about puppies' father. You may go further by checking the pedigree and measuring the degree of inbreeding using the inbreeding coefficient calculator available for UK registered dogs. See the link below. though it will show only the probability of having possible health issues for your puppy. Of course, the puppy must have all due vaccines and deworming medicine according to its age. General rules of keeping your puppy and adult dog healthy are pretty well known, but let's clarify them. Pug must have appropriate quality food, free access to fresh water constantly, proper exercises, walks and playtime according to pug's age, regular vet check-ins, attention and love from their people, staying off the extreme weather elements, chemicals or tobacco smoke, regular grooming. Pugs have a pretty good and long life expectancy, up to 13-15 years. Still, the quality of life of the standard pug may be clouded with next health problems, eye issues, corneal ulcers, proptosis and dry eye, keratitis, entropion, hip dysplasia, patellar luxation, pug dog encephalitis, skin issues, for example, walking dandruff caused by a small mite, ear infections, allergies, back problems, hemivertebra or misshapen vertebra, nerve degeneration, yeast infections, staph infections, or demodectic mange, brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome, BOAS, mast cell tumors. Pugs often need nose resections to enlarge their nostrils or surgery to shorten the soft palate to breathe freely and snore less. Feeding specifications. Quality food is what makes your pug a healthy, energetic, and happy dog. It is really hard to overestimate this point. Ask your pug pet and you will see a positive answer in its big eyes. There are a lot of ways to provide your pet with a healthy diet nowadays. You may choose super premium dog kibble or wet canned food. You may prefer to feed your dog a raw diet, or you may choose to cook the meals for your pet. Either way, it is important to know how to choose the most appropriate food for this breed and your individual pug. There are a lot of variables when coming to dry dog food. You may see dog's food with the following description: premium or super premium, organic or holistic, grain-free or gluten-free, special diets with low protein or high protein, veterinarian diets for dogs with certain conditions, and of course, diets for all age and weight groups. When it comes to the pug diet, first point to look at is to choose age and weight appropriate food. You may also find food specially designed for pugs, which may be the best option. The second one is to check the ingredient list. Let's have a closer look at the latter. To simplify the matter, there are components to look for and substances to avoid. The former is all natural ingredients and preservatives, the name of which you can pronounce easily, and the latter mostly those you can't spell without repetition. But there are some natural sounding ingredients which are better to avoid too, and thus are corn or maize in any form, soy products, branded fat, white flour has a low content of nutrients and may lead to diabetes. Farmed salmon consists a lot of fat-soluble toxins. Salt, vegetable oil, too high on omega-6 acids, animal byproducts, cellulose, brewer's rice, flavors, pea protein, and hydrolyzed animal proteins. Look for the specific ingredients and avoid generalizations like animal meat or animal fat, poultry, fish oil, etc. If your pug is prone to seizures caused by Pugs encephalitis or other reason, it is recommended to avoid rosemary products in any form. Also, if you happen to see in the ingredient list sodium hexametaphosphate, sorry, couldn't resist, which helps to clean Pug's teeth, better be aware that this substance may cause adverse effects and it's a quite high irritant, so better stick with the teeth brushing. There are a lot more to the theme of dry dog food, so in the near future I will make a video with all the pros and cons the owner needs to know. Another option for Pugs feeding may be canned food. This kind of food has its positive and negative sides too. Usually canned food is more expensive than dry dog food and it's too soft to clean Pugs' teeth. But generally, canned food has better quality since it doesn't need chemical preservatives, consists of more protein and fewer carbs, has a more appealing taste, and is easily digested. If you want to be in full control of what your pet consumes, you may choose to feed it raw food. There are two main approaches to feeding raw: BAF, biologically appropriate raw food, and PMR, prey model raw. The former is the combination of raw meat, organ and bones from different sources, plus fruits and vegetables. The latter is as close to nature as possible and exclude vegetables and fruits addition. Just keep in mind that onions, garlic, grapes, and raisins are poisonous for all dogs. Among the few benefits of feeding your pug raw food are these: better function of the digestive system. This means less gas, thin stool, less smelly dog, stronger immune system, shiny and clean hair, no weight gain, a pug that less prone to allergies, or not at all since these diets exclude grains. Clean teeth, no inflammation in the pug body caused by chemicals from dry dog food, and generally happy dog who gets well diversified yummy food. Adult pugs and puppies require a different amount of calories and therefore food. Puppies must consume approximately 55 calories per pound of weight, while adults about 45 calories. Puppies require fractional meals, 4 to 6 times per day, 6 times at 2 to 3 months, and gradually reducing to 2 times per day at about 1 year of age. And for adults is 1 to 2 times per day. The amount of food depends on the food quality. For manufactured food, dry or wet, it is better to stick to the recommendations given at the packaging or can and correct it to your dog needs if necessary. In the case of raw feeding, you may stick to the general rule that puppies up to 6 months of age consume approximately 7% of their body weight, while for adult dogs, this number is around 3.5%. You may correct the amount of raw feeding depending on the level of activity, health condition, or simply by the look of your dog. In case your pug is too eager to eat, so that it forgets to chew the food, you may try to use special slow feed bowls designed specifically for this purpose. This is the general guidance about pug personality and pugs as a pet. I hope this video gave you sufficient information about the pug breed and brought some joy. If you liked the video, push that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more videos about dog breeds and dogs in general. For those who adore pugs and want to make your donation, I prepared a t-shirt design which you may purchase on the link below. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. I really appreciate that, guys. Cheers!